Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to another episode of Logan's List. In this series, I'm going to share my opinion on all things music related, ranging from common topics to obscure topics. Today we're going to do a Blast from the Past episode. I will tell you which bands and solo artists I remember listening to when I was a kid. In addition, I will tell you how old I was the first time I heard them, who introduced me to this music, the first song I heard by them, and where I most prominently recall listening to each type of music. Understandably, my memory might be tainted, since this happened in the 2000s, over 10 years ago. Obviously, I put them in a random order because I don't know for sure if I'm right about how old I was. But I racked my brain. I thought long and hard about this. A few album release dates helped disperse confusion, so I'm fairly confident that most of this information is accurate. For the record, I still love them all. Please let me know in the comments who you listened to as a kid. Okay, let's begin. First, Elton John. If memory serves, I was 9. Dad ushered in Elton John for me. My first song was Rocket Man. I remember listening to Elton John on the way to vacation in Gulf Shores, Alabama. Next, Sarah McLachlan. I think I was 8. Mom sparked my interest in Sarah McLachlan. Adia was my first tune by her. Sarah McLachlan played frequently while we were running errands. Next, Sheryl Crow. I'm fairly certain I was 7. Mom got me into Sheryl Crow. The very first Sheryl Crow song I heard was Steve McQueen. Using a portable CD player and black headphones, I indulged in some Sheryl Crow en route to visit my grandparents. Next, My Chemical Romance. I was like 9. Dad shared My Chemical Romance with me. Teenagers started it all. Dad would turn on My Chemical Romance as we traveled to my elementary school almost every morning. Next, Kid Rock. 12 makes sense to me. Dad got me hooked on Kid Rock. All summer long, kick things off. The school dance is the focal point that comes to mind. Next, Frank Zappa. I was about 5. Dad introduced me to Frank Zappa. Don't Eat the Yellow Snow got me into Zappa, and I haven't eaten any yellow snow since, so it worked. Before Dad dropped me off at preschool in the morning, he and I would listen to this song together. Next, Puddle of Mudd. I was probably around 9. Dad showed me Puddle of Mudd for the first time. My first Puddle of Mudd track was She Hates Me. In a similar manner to My Chemical Romance, also before reaching elementary school. Next, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I would say 11-ish. Dad led me to the Chili Peppers. Dana, California introduced me to them. During weekend trips with my dad, the Chili Peppers weren't far behind. Next, Nirvana. I believe I was 5. Dad was the main reason I fell in love with Nirvana. Dumb marked my first Nirvana encounter. Under similar circumstances as Frank Zappa, prior to reaching preschool. Next, Hank Williams Jr. I was roughly 13. Dad turned me into a Hank Williams Jr. fan, one of the only country musicians I like. A Country Boy Can't Survive greeted me before any other Hank Williams Jr. tune. After my parents divorced and we moved for the first time, my life became radically different. I suddenly had 3 step-siblings after I was used to being an only child, all younger than me. It took a while to adjust, but eventually I became fond of them. Anyway, when my dad picked up my youngest stepbrother and we traveled to our new home, we would sing A Country Boy Can Survive together. At the time it felt appropriate because that house, which I miss very much, had a pond and woods stretching along the backyard. Hunting and fishing were both part of the song. Next, Eminem. If I had to guess, I would say 10. Dad turned me into an Eminem fan. My first track was My Name Is. While traveling to the local basketball court to play a pickup game with my friends Brett, Tyler, and their dad who live nearby. Next, Alice in Chains. It probably matches Nirvana at age 5. I met Alice in Chains because of Dad. Wood made me an Alice in Chains fan. The preschool location once again aligns with Frank Zappa and Nirvana. Fun fact, if you ask my dad what his favorite song is, he will say Nutshell by Alice in Chains. Next, Aerosmith. I want to say 7. My granny was responsible for getting me into Aerosmith. Her song was Dude Looks Like a Lady and I Never Look Back. Where? Well, my granny had a pool, so we went over there nearly every weekend throughout the summer to cook out and swim. This was before cell phones were widespread. Instead, Granny placed a boombox on the table that cycled through a variety of Aerosmith hits, Crazy, Walk This Way, Dream On, Janie's Got a Gun, etc. Next, Whitesnake. Age 9 appears to be correct. Again, I have Granny to thank for playing Whitesnake songs. Slow and Easy got me interested in Whitesnake. Whitesnake accompanied us when Granny and I went to McDonald's down the street. Finally, Sammy Hagar. 10 seems pretty likely. Mom helped me find Sammy Hagar. After I had heard I'll Fall in Love Again, I fell in love with his music. Sammy Hagar's music followed me when I headed to soccer practice after school. Well, that's all I have for you guys. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Until then, rock on.